Hi everyone, I'm JD from Willow World Journals. Welcome back to my channel. I wanted to share with you guys the journals that I will be using in 2023 and super excited about this new setup. But first, let me show you the two main journals that I used last year, and that was my Hobonichi Techo daily journal, which I am in the process of finishing up. I'm just sticking in the last photos of the year and adding my journaling or quick annotations. And then this one was my yearly journal, also my intentional life journal for the course I ran, and I documented the big memories from the year, the major moments, major events and that kind of thing in this one. So more of a junk journal style in here, and I've still got this last few pages here at the back to fill in, so I will be doing that as well. Just to let you know, I am now back from holidays. I just got back this week, so I am just settling in this week. I have re-cleaned my room and organized, unpacked and all of that kind of thing, and just settled back in, easing my way back into life here in Bowen and back into Willow World Journals. So next week is when I will be picking back up the Intentional Life course. So I've had a few questions from people asking if it's too late to join the Intentional Life course for 2023. Definitely not too late. I haven't even started for this year yet. So my plan is to start on Monday next week, so that's the 16th of January, and that way people who already have signed up for 2023, they could just use the first part of the month to get used to the original course, work their way through the prompts, see the layout, see the lay of the land of the course, find the journal, find the materials, all that kind of thing. And then they can jump on board with me if they want, and I will be sharing new videos of my process this year, and my new word for the year, my new scripture for the year, my new quote for the year, song for the year, all that kind of thing. I'm so excited, can't wait to get into it. It's been good actually just having this break, this half a month, just to think about and reflect on where I am, what season I'm in, and my intentions for this year. And I now have quite a few things that I would like to journal about in that area, so I'm really keen to start sharing that with the Intentional Life journalists, so you can definitely still be part of that. It is, for those who don't know, a month-long course for January, and there's a daily prompt for every weekday, and I share a video of what I do in my own journal and my own process for how I set up the year to live a more intentional, meaningful life. And we go through self-discovery questions and prompts, and setting up goals for the year and all that kind of thing. So if you want to be part of that, the link will be in the description box below, and I'll put the link straight directly to that course. Otherwise, you can email me for more questions, and you can also stay on for the entire year. That's why it's the Intentional Life course. It's not just a journaling course. This course is about it's about doing life together and living a more intentional, meaningful life throughout the entire year. So there's also a support group on Marco Polo. It's a free app you can download. The course gives you access to an Intentional Life Willow group, which this year I'm also combining with a Marco Polo group for my patrons, my upper tier patrons. So if you just want to have a group of friends who understand about journaling and creativity and want to go on a journey together of self-discovery, knowing ourselves better and living a more meaningful life, then you can either become an upper tier patron or become part of the Intentional Life course for those who actually want to do the course. So this is also going to be an update video, and I'm hoping to do that maybe once a week or once a month, where I don't necessarily have any crafty specific project to do, but I've got a lot to share, a lot to update you with, new announcements, new things happening, and maybe once a week, every Monday or Tuesday or something, or every Saturday, might better on the weekend, a more laid back video, chill video, where I just share what's going on in the world of Willow Bound Journals and what I plan to do with journaling and creativity and upcoming videos, and maybe answer any questions during that video too, each week. So yeah, it's going to be a whole mixture of different things. This is my daily journal. So this is my daily journal that I used last year, and I will take you through a full flip through of that later on when I've finished it. But yeah, that's where I just put in all the little bits of pieces of ephemera that I got day by day. And the little moments from the year went into this journal. Hobonichi Techo. Okay, so we have got these journals here, which I am planning to use in 2023. So I'm not doing the Hobonichi Techo this year. I lost interest in that journal at the end of last year. So what I'm going to do is this one will be my yearly journal, my new yearly journal and intentional life journal will all go in here. So my word for the year, big milestones from the year, big memories, all that kind of stuff will go into this journal. I did start off by taking notes from the Psychology in Seattle podcast that I'm a patron of. So I realized that I could probably just use a normal, spiral notebook or lined notebook rather than using a fancy journal like this, where I'd probably want to use more ephemera and photos and things like that. So I will either cover these up or transfer these pages to my Psychology in Seattle journal if I start that up with a more plain journal. But then the rest of these pages, I am going to start documenting this year in, and the Intentional Life course I will be working in here. And the first page I do will probably be my word for the year. And then to go with that, this will be my new daily journal. Because I lost interest in a page per day in my Hobonichi Techo, I'm going to use this Daphne's Diary planner that they so kindly sent to me. And I like how it's just got, tiny little boxes for each day. So I feel like I can just write what I did each day here instead of having to decorate a whole big page in my Hobonichi Techo. And I want to use this as a memory book for the year. So I'll use it as a photo album, stick all my photos in here from my day-to-day life. And then for my big journal here, only the big events will go in that one. And then maybe I'll leave some of these notes in for inspiration, what's inspiring me, what I'm listening to, just random things like that. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do yet, but super keen to film a video altering it first of all, to set it up for my way I use it, and then some journal with me videos filling this up. Yay! All right, and then I've got these two Daphne's Diary journals, which are part of my video series on Patreon. So what I'm trying to do this year is every month have a specific Patreon series. And so in December, the video series was making these Daphne's Diary journals from start to finish, so people could follow along if they wanted. And I didn't manage to finish them in December because half of the month I was in Melbourne, but I'm back now and I filmed 3 videos so far, picking up where I left off. I've only got to bind them. That's the last video I need to film. And I plan to use one for a list journal course that I'll run over on my Patreon in February. So that will be the video series for patrons in February. And I think I'll use this one for my list journal course because the smaller pages, I'm just got to be writing a list per page, so I don't need huge pages. And then this one, I think I want to use as an art journal. Yes. So we'll see how we go with that. Before I get on to these two, speaking of a Patreon and how I'm going about Patreon this year, so a series each month for my video tier. Each month I reassess Patreon and how it's going, and trying to offer you as much as possible in the tiers, the rewards. So to revamp this year, let's go through it all. Like I said, this is going to be an update chatty video. So there's still the 5 tier levels, still the same levels. We've got I just revamped or rejigged what each gets and made it hopefully more specific, more clear, and that kind of thing. So the $5 Sapphire tier is the video tier. That's where you get all my extra videos, and what that means, what videos I put out over on Patreon, things that are exclusive to them, like a new series, like making these Daphne's Diary journals and the list journal course that I will be doing. Last year I did Journal With Me episodes filling up a friendship journal. That all happened on my Patreon, for example. But you also get videos like sneak peeks of all my journals and creations. So therefore patrons get first access to anything I create as well. And other just random videos, you might get a chatty video from me. Hopefully some more face-to-face videos will be coming up. Maybe some more vlog style videos over there, sharing my room and my space and just what I'm doing and what I'm thinking and where I live and all that kind of stuff. So that's what the types of videos you get over there. And then the way I see Patreon is, you're coming into my room and you're sitting down on the couch and we're chatting together. And it's just, friends casually hanging out. And yeah, really fun. We're having a cup of coffee, if you drink coffee. I don't, so I'll be having a drink of water and we're just chatting, chilling, hanging out on the couch chatting, or we're at our desks crafting together. So that's how I see it, just really chill, really laid back, a peek into my life and behind the scenes looks and all that kind of thing. The $10 Ruby tier is the one where you get access to all printables. So I'm making this one the printable tier. And this year I'm doing it slightly differently. In past years, I have shared a new digital kit in my Etsy every single month, and my patrons got a digital kit every month through that. Patrons in the Ruby tier get access to every single one of my digital kits. And I get lots of questions, people saying, I went to your Etsy and I'm a patron, but I can't access any of your kits. How do I access them? If you're a patron at the Ruby tier, all of the digital kits, every single digital kit in my Etsy is on my Patreon. You don't access them for free on my Etsy, you access them for free on my Patreon page. And the intro post pinned at the top of my Patreon website, once you become a patron, that has all the information there about how to navigate the site, about how to access all the printables. So it's all over on Patreon in one place. And that's what I'm doing this year, though, is I just need to take a break. I am working on a book this year as well. It's a full-time 12-month course now. She extended it from 9 months to 12 months, this course, which I'm very excited about. So as I invest time and energy into that, other things have to go. So instead of a digital kit in my Etsy every month, I am just going to have fun doing printables whenever I want. So for example, here are some printables that my Ruby patrons will be getting in the upcoming weeks. And so we've got some flower Polaroids from my trip in Melbourne. I did this for me specifically, but shared it because I did it for me. Well, I'll share it with my patrons too. And this one I did for me as well. I was really taken by that sunrise that I witnessed last year when I went to Cairns. And I just worked through the book of Genesis 1 and matched them up in how they were speaking to me about creation and how we are created in the image of God and how God is always bringing light and life and goodness. And that's what the sunrise reminded me of. So these really speak to me, and since I created them for me again, my patrons get them. So they're not necessarily full-on kits, nothing, full-on like that, just super simple and laid back, and my patrons get access to those as a Ruby tier. And of course, you get access to all of my kits, my previous kits, and also access to patron-only kits, like this one isn't in my Etsy, the Faith Sentiments kit. But from now on, all Rubies will get that one. We'll get the digital kits tier. And then the Emerald tier is very new this year, very new. You will get access, you will get a copy of my book. Let me get it. The Art of Mental Health. So you will get a PDF copy, an ebook. It looks exactly like this. If you print it, it'll bind out just like this, like people bind it when they print the ebook. And you get a copy of this when you become an Emerald patron. And I hope it is a comfort to all, because we all struggle in life. And it's just my journey through depression, anxiety, and the things that helped me to deal with all of that, and just my experience and my thoughts and feelings during that time. So you get a copy of that. I've always wanted to do that. Finally, this is the year where you get a copy of that. And also at the $20 Emerald tier, you get access to a Marco Polo Willow group, which I'm merging with the Intentional Life group this year. So if you don't want to do the course, or if you can't afford the course, then but you just want the group to be part of and do life together with people from around the world, ladies over 18 and over, then you can be part of that group. And it's really chill. Again, it's a free app to download on Marco Polo, and the group just films a video whenever they want. It's instant video messaging. You can watch it live if you're around, or the replay will be up for all time. And you don't have to show your face if you don't want to. You can show your space instead. Some people take us for walks around the neighborhood. Some take us for a drive in their car. Some show us flip-throughs of the journals they're working on. And yeah, it's just really nice, even though not necessarily everyone will film a video and not necessarily everyone will respond to each other's videos. It's just, everyone was saying in the group that it was just so nice having the group, just having that support. Like, some people didn't even film videos, but they just watched, and that gave them something so good in their lives. They told me that it was a really big help just watching those videos. And even others saying, you know, even though there weren't many videos during some stretches of time, whether people got busy, or for me, like going through a hard time in life, that's when I stopped filming face-to-face videos. And I was kind of silent for quite a while. It was just nice knowing the group's there anyway. And I still watched the videos even when I wasn't filming them. And it just was such an encouragement and a help to me. And I loved it so much. And I loved it so much that I knew I wanted to keep it going in 2023 and allow other people in who, not just the journalists from the Intentional Life course. So if you want to be part of that, that is the Emerald tier as well. And then the $30 Amethyst tier is the mail tier. So that's the one where you get the printables sent to you. So the physical printables. So you get 10 pages, so you might get these two, and you might get these ones here as well. I did some beach ones from the year for me as well to document all the beach photos I took last year. And you might get some of these. So yeah, that's the mail tier. You might also get like a small little happy mail, a little paper pack, just depending what I have on hand. So it could be a printable pack or a little mystery pack. And then the final tier is the $50 diamond tier, and that's the journal tier, where you get a journal every month. And obviously there's limited spaces with that, and I'm not sure how long I can sustain that, but I've been able to do that since the beginning so far. And that's been wonderful, sending out journals to the lovely ladies each month. And obviously it has to account for postage, so it's going to be a small journal. And yeah, I sent all different types of journals in the past: Granny Chic journals, Daphne's Diary journals, faith journals, sewing journals, Disney princess journals. So it's what's it called? Like a mystery dip, I don't know what you call it, lucky dip, what journal you will get each month for that one. All right, so those are the new tiers. I'll link Patreon down below. Just read everything carefully, read the tiers, and it will explain everything to you. And basically, Patreon is a way to support creators that you love, and creators that you get something good from, creators who you want to support and help allow them to keep doing what they do. So this is my full-time job. I am a full-time YouTuber and journal maker. So I am very much thankful to my beautiful patrons. If you'd like to become a patron in January and in 2023, I am super thankful from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much to the ones who've stayed on from last year, and anyone who's dipped in and dipped out. You can cancel at any time. It is a monthly subscription, but you can cancel at any time. And just thank you for allowing me to do this full time for another year. It's absolutely amazing. I have to pinch myself and I hope you get so much out of being a patron. I'm a patron of Psychology in Seattle, and I just do that to thank them for what the videos that they give into my life each day. And it's such a thrill being their patron. It's such a thrill knowing that I'm contributing to them continuing and all that kind of thing. Anyway, I've got so much to share in this video, I guess because it's the start of the year, and it's all new and fresh and exciting and lots of things happening. So yeah, just wanted to touch base with you all in this video. I will share these too. I feel like there was some other things I wanted to share though. Oh yes, patrons can send in video requests and questions anytime. I've wanted to do this from the very beginning, to do maybe a patron video request every single week. My patrons are so lovely though. They whenever I ask for a video request, they're like, "Oh, I just love everything you do. Just keep doing what you're doing." And I'm like, "Oh, awesome. I'm so glad you're happy, but I would love video requests. I'm glad you're so content and just happy. But yeah, my idea, my dream is to have regular patron video requests that I can put up every week for you guys. Yeah. Anyway, so if you do have them, I'm looking for them. Like, don't feel like it's going to be a burden to me or anything. Obviously, if it's not something I can do or not something that's resonating with me at the time, I'm happy saying no. But at the same time, don't be shy. I love video requests. I want to do them. I hope every time I get a video request that I'm able to do it and want to do it, and yeah, all that kind of thing. So anyway, video requests. We'll see if that gets kicked off this year. So these two journals, I say this to kind of last because they're more of, I don't know, the boring journals. They're not junk journals or anything. To me, they're not boring because these ones pretty much are actually what I've learned. As much as I love junk journals and the visual style, my roots and my heart and soul is with essentially just plain writing journals, because that's where I just pour out my thoughts and feelings and worries and stresses and fears and dreams and deepest heart things. And so these ones are like the closest thing to me on the page. These are fun, these are a creative outlet, these are documenting memories in a visual way, which is valuable, and I love that. But these are kind of documenting my inner journey, my inner world, and what's going on there. And I need that too. I really, really need that. So this one is just my prayer journal, or it's basically just my journal for writing at the end of the night. Whenever I'm stressed or feeling a lot or thinking a lot, I will write in this journal here. So that one's for my eyes only, and that's okay. So I love this type of journal. This is what I started with. And then this one, I literally started this one last night, because you guys know that I'm doing a book making course this year, which has been on my heart for, well, forever. My biggest dream in life is to be an author and to publish books. And I am going to be doing sort of like a junk journal book. The course that I'm doing, it teaches you how to do sort of a mixed media book, memoir, and that's sort of what I'm combining is my journal pages into some coherent narrative about my life story. And because last year was a super rough year, and you know, my whole journey, you go through things, and so I want to share in that book just, I don't know, a way through. And it's a way for me to find a way through as well. It's going to be good for my own well-being and mental well-being, and hopefully then it will be a light in dark places for other people as I share about my dark places and travel through that with light, that they can help you know that your dark places are fine as well, and that there's light in those dark places as well. And I hope my book will be a light in those dark places. Anyway, I have no idea what it's going to turn out to be. We've only just really started the course, and I only just started this journal to record the live call sessions that we have each month, and so I've just recorded all the things here. And yeah, we do some free writing exercises, so that's what I'll use this journal for as well. And any poems that she reads out, I'll do that here. Her name's Sabrina Ward Harrison. I say she because it's so fun when you meet like your idols, when you meet your people who inspire you. She's an author and artist, and her books just kind of like changed my world. The way that Johanna Clough changed my journaling, and the way that Kirk from Psychology in Seattle changed my thoughts about myself and well-being and psychology and mental health. And yeah, it's just like they become sort of friends, like, oh yeah, she, her, him, yeah, he just said this and he did this thing. It's like to me it's just so like chummy, which is really fun. I love it. So I will go ahead today and every day hopefully work a bit on that course, and I'll be sharing that kind of process on Marco Polo and with my dear patrons and the Intentional Life journalers, because it's a very inward, internal, vulnerable journey. So I'm very careful with what sees the light of day in, the creative process and journaling. Sometimes you just need to keep it in your heart of hearts, just let it percolate or whatever. And because sometimes if you let it see the light of day too early, it scares it off. And you're like, oh no, I can't touch that now. That's too scary. So you just got to let it do its inward work, and process it internally before you know what's happening. I don't know. If you're a writer, you know what I mean. you just got to let it do its thing. And sometimes when you tell people about your ideas and your things that you're going through, it can scare the idea away because now it's exposed and it's like, oh no, that's too scary, no, and then you shut down and you like so it's just got to be very internal, slow, gentle process, and just being very kind and compassionate to self, and just being patient. I guess that's the other thing, just being very, very patient with this process and the unfolding. The unfolding is one of those words that I'm going to be focusing on this year in the Intentional Life course. I'll talk more about that as one of my words for the year. This year I think I'm going to have a main word for the year and some supporting words, whether that's 3 supporting words or 5 supporting words. But unfolding, I think, is going to be one of my supporting words this year. Anyway, because that's what I feel like is happening in me. It's an internal unfolding, and that needs to be a somewhat private, personal, introspective, internal process as I unfold. Anyway, but then once it's unfolded, then I'm happy to be like, here we go. Let's make it the private public. But at the right time. Anyway, so what am I talking about here? I hope that was a fun video and a little taste of what to expect coming up. Maybe every week or two you'll get just a sort of chatty update, vloggy style, I don't know, video of what's going on in the world of Willow Bound journals, and just, chatty session about what's happening in my world and my plans for journaling and creativity and all that kind of stuff. Super excited about the book too. If you would like to donate to that book, it is a significant investment in time, money, energy, resources. So any donation at all towards that would be super appreciated. Big thank you to the lovely ladies who have already donated to that. Just the support. I teared up when I got my first donation because I was like, oh my gosh, I was freaking out. Like, have I done the right thing? Is this book okay? What am I doing? And then when I've got that first donation, it was like, I don't care about the money. It was just that someone was believing in the book and believing in me and my journey. And I was like, just started tearing up. And it was like God was speaking to me through that lady, because he was just saying, no, it's okay. You're on the right path. I know it's terrifying, but you're on the right path. And the book ties into the Beyond Blue fundraiser, which I should mention as well. So some ladies have told me that they're going to be part of the Beyond Blue fundraiser. Super excited about that, which is where people can donate any crafty items, which will be turned into mystery packs that will be sold in my Etsy for $10 a pack, so super affordable. And they'll be jam-packed. There'll be 500 grams packed full of items from around the world. I did this in 2018, and 40 ladies were part of it. It was so fun. And I donated items into every single pack. And I bought 10 packs myself, and 100 packs were sold. It was amazing. It was so amazing. And the best thing about it for me was when people wrote in letters that they sent in with their donations of crafty items, and they shared with me their stories of their mental health journey. And I found that so touching and connecting and beautiful, and I was blown away by it. And so that's kind of ties in with what I'm doing with this book. Ever since I started becoming open about the journey with depression, anxiety, and the struggles of life, I found that connected with so many people, and people started opening up and sharing, and I think that's just so beautiful. And so that's my aim with the book that I'm writing, is to share about, those dark places and the struggles, and how there's still beauty in life and there's still goodness. Something like that. I'm not sure what exactly the book is going to be about, but that's kind of what I'm needing at the time. And what I feel like I'm going to be putting in the book is just how to navigate the pain and suffering in life and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so what I hope with that Beyond Blue fundraiser is to help people who are struggling with mental health, or maybe know someone who's struggling, and to know that no one is alone. That it's okay to talk about. We can be super transparent about it. There's nothing taboo. Let's go from taboo to transparency. Oh, I like that. I might need to write that one down. And then the donations through that, any money made through that, 50% will go to the Beyond Blue organisation that helps with mental health, and 50% will go towards my book, which I hope will also help with mental health, my own as well as others, any who reads that book. So you could also donate directly to the fundraising page to Beyond Blue if that's something you want to do, which I have done myself, and I will do throughout the year as well. So that page will be open for the entire year. Anytime that you feel heart-led to donate to Beyond Blue, you can do that. I want to give to Beyond Blue every single year of my life. So that's part of what I do, where I donate every month to a cause or charity that's on my heart. And I've decided Beyond Blue is one that I want to do. Something to do with animal welfare, I always want to donate to that, and something to do with people welfare as well. So those are the three that I've decided going forward. I'll talk more about this in the Intentional Life course too, I think. Those ones, because I always assess where I want my money to go each year in my donations, and so my aim is to donate at least half my income, to different charities and causes that are close to my heart. And hopefully I can eventually do that. Not sure if I ever will be able to as a low income earner and small business owner, but that's the aim. And every year I increase the amount I donate by $1. So small steps, and I've been doing this for 10 years almost. So it's been really, really good. But yeah, this year I've decided Beyond Blue is one I want to keep giving to. Anyway, have I covered everything now? It's all in the description box below. If you have any questions, if you want to be involved with anything, just an email away about everything. Hopefully I'll remember to put all that information down below. And this is just a big information dump video of what's happening this year. So yeah, feel free to send in your donations and email me for my address if you want to do that for the crafty items, and I will be doing a giveaway for that. I just need to get organised now that I'm back from holidays. I just need to organise, because last year we did that, not last year, the last time we did Beyond Blue fundraiser, there was a giveaway journal, so anyone who donated crafty items to that would go in the draw for the giveaway journal. I think it's going to be a blue themed journal because of Beyond Blue. Maybe a challenge to make a mental health journal, because people have been asking me to do that for quite a while. Something to help with mental health, and that is a challenge that I've wanted to do, so maybe I'll work on something like that too. Anyway, so that will be coming up later, and I'll explain more about Beyond Blue then, but yeah, I hope it's all covered. If not, I'm sure I'll put up another video later on, but yeah, I'm excited for the year, basically, 2023. Yeah, it was good to have a break. It was very good to have some time away from filming and YouTube and internet. I had to apologize to my patrons because I wasn't around anywhere on social media or my Patreon in the last part of December, because I just found, for my own mental well-being and health, I just needed to take a step away from the public world and social media, and just recenter myself and all that kind of stuff. And now that I'm back, feeling more fresh, feeling more excited and inspired for what's coming up this year. I've got more journal courses planned this year, some new ones. There are at least 3 new ones that I'm super excited to do, and a few other ideas that I have in the background, but definitely 3 that I want to do this year. And And yeah, super excited now. Looking ahead, the next thing is the Intentional Life course, and really want to get stuck into journaling about my words and quotes. Oh, so many quotes have been jumping out at me in songs. Oh my gosh, can't wait to share. Anyway, so I just really like talking to you, but now I'm rambling. Come say hi in the comments if you want, and feel free to introduce yourselves. I want to get to know you, where you're from, and what brought you to the world of junk journals or creativity, or my channel or whatever, and look forward to getting to know you guys more, or for the first time this year. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.